Yeah, girl. And in today's video, I am doing my favorite thing to do on my channel, which is client tutorials. I know you guys love when I work on my clients and you love to see how I do it, what I use. Listen, I got you covered because today is going to be a very in-depth video. Now, what I'm taking first is my Rimmel London eyebrow pencil in the shade Black Brown. And what I've started doing is underlining my client's eyebrow first. I found that it saves so much time when I just underline it and then I move on with the rest of the makeup process, and then I come back at the end to fill in the eyebrows. So calm down, sis, calm down. I am not done with her brows. I'm gonna come back to her brows. It's easy to see that you fit. I am on a whole nother level. Really don't front your. To carve out her brow, I am taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan and Warm Honey, and I'm also going to use this as the base for her eyeshadow. So a little trick that I stumbled across that I noticed a lot of UK makeup artists use this technique, and this is why their eyeshadows come out so vibrant and so pretty. So what they do is they pat their concealers on the lid. Instead of rubbing it on or scrubbing it on or whatever you want to call it, you gently pat the concealer on until it gets dry. So next I am taking an eyeshadow brush and I am just blending out the edges of that concealer. What I've learned that when you don't blend out those edges of that concealer, what seems to happen is it dries and you can see it through the foundation. Like you see where the concealer starts and stops, and that's not cute, sis. It's not cute. So now I am going into my Plouise Secret Center palette, and I am taking the shade Velvet Kiss as my first transitional color. Another technique that I've found so useful is that instead of rubbing eyeshadows on, I pat them on instead. And what seems to happen is colors come out a lot brighter and bolder, and like the color payoff is just so much better when you pat eyeshadows on. Now we're taking the shade Bow Down out of the Secret Center palette as well, and we're going to place that color on top of Velvet Kiss. And that color, I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it kind of looks just like the color of my nails. So it's kind of like a bright orange coral looking color. It's just so pretty, guys. So dipping back into the Secret Center palette, we're going to take Velvet Kiss again. Velvet Kiss was the first color that we used, and we're just going to blend it into Bow Down. That way the eyeshadow looks as one, and you know, blendedness is key. You know, you better blend that eyeshadow. When it comes to cut creases, there are a ton of techniques you can use for cut creases. If you guys would like me to make a video on the different ways you can do a cut crease on a client or on yourself, just give this video a big thumbs up and I got you. I got you. So now we're taking the shade Addicted and Hooked, and we're gonna use that to blend out the outer edges of the cut crease. Now I accidentally picked up a brush that was still wet, so it made it a lot harder to blend those outer edges. But listen, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, because I does this, period. Now going into the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, I am taking this blue shimmer shade and I am placing it all on the lids. And what it's going to do is help that glitter that we're going to place on her lids. It's going to help it pop a lot more.
You know that you always do it right. Man, fuck your pride. Just take it on that butt, take it on that butt. Take it back all night. Just take it on back, take it on back. Do what you gotta do. Give me up all night. Hurt vibe and it hurts inside when I look you in your eye. What are you willing to do? Oh, tell me what you're willing to do. What are you willing to do? Oh, tell me what you're willing to do.
So I am going into my Morphe 35C palette and I am taking a black eyeshadow and I am placing it on the liner. And you know, I recently just started doing this and I wish I would have been doing it a lot faster because it just makes it look so much better. You know, it looks a lot smoother, a lot darker, and I just love it. This is J-Cat Beauty Sparkling Glitter in the shade Rockin' the Night. So to sharpen her edges, we're going to take the same concealer we use on her eyelids and we're just going to clean up that eyeshadow. So instead of buying all of these expensive primers, what I've learned that works really good is spraying your client's face with your setting spray. Now I am taking Juvia's Place foundation in the shade 410 and I am going to blend it with Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 335. I honestly love the Juvias Place concealers. Like, they're so creamy. They don't dry that quick. Like, they're like my absolute fave. So I am taking the shade 10 and 16, and I'm going to mix those as well, and I'm going to highlight the lighter areas of her face. Now I am taking my black Opal foundation stick in the shade Suede Mocha, and I am just contouring her face. Now, one thing for sure is that if your client has a head wrap on or just some type of scarf on their head, be sure to ask them to pull it back so that you can be sure that you're blending everything into their hairline as well. Now I am taking my Juvia's Place I Am Magic setting powder in the shade Kalahari. Girl, got the wrong person saying these names. So one thing I just recently purchased is the Black Radiance Loose Setting Powder in the shade Honeymoon. It's one of their newest shades, and I use this powder to dust off the Juvias Place powder because it can come off a little yellowy once you dust it off. But when I dust it off with this Black Radiance powder, it's perfect.
Truly something special. Just what my dreams are really made of. Let's stay together, you and me, boy. There's no one like you around.
So a couple months ago, one of my subscribers suggested that I start outlining my clients' eyes with liner. And before, I was never using liner under the eye. You guys can check out my previous videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. But now that I do, it has changed the game. So thank you to that subscriber that told me to do that. Like, girl, thank you. You know who you are. So we're going back in with the shade Addicted from the Secret Center palette, and we're going to place that under her eye.
My love is blind, can't you see my desire? Like a moth, like a flame, burned by the fire. My love is blind.
So then I am going in with my NYX Lip Liner in the shade Expresso. Then I am going to take my Covergirl Melting Pout in the shade Nudists Dream. It's a light pink shade. And then on top of that, I'm going to put a clear gloss, just a drugstore lip gloss, on top for everything to just blend all together. Next, I am taking my holy grail, y'all. Like, I love this highlight. It's the Juvias Place Nubian Loose Highlighter in the shade Nubia. So this pretty much wraps up the video. If you are new and this was your first time ever watching any of my videos, before you leave, please click that subscribe button. Turn on my post notification bells if you have not yet, because you don't want to miss these tutorials that we're going to be bringing to the table. And don't forget to follow all of my social medias that will also be linked down below. I'll also include all of the products as well in case you guys missed any. But thank you for watching. I love you guys. And don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Duh. Bye, you guys.
My love is blind.